Nightly news for this Thursday. I'm Tom Yamas. Thanks so much for watching. Tonight and always, we're here for you. Good night.
KUAM TV8, home of the Milan Cortina Olympics. Coverage begins February 6th, 2026. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adai Itano program. Apply at matson.com and McDonald's of Guam. I'm loving it.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime.
The Guam Environmental Protection Agency has launched an investigation to find out what caused Wednesday's landslide and its potential environmental impacts. I'm Mitsuki Hirayama with that story coming up.
Guam is taking a major step towards renewable energy, with the governor signing off on the installation of a solar farm in Dedido, but opponents caution that its construction must not jeopardize the island's aquifer. I'm Nevaeh Anderson with more on Bill 135 next.
And this morning, a proclamation signing was held, declaring this month as Breast Cancer Awareness Month and recognizing the theme, Feel for Lumps, Save Your Bumps.
From the KUAM studios in Harmon, Hafaday, and good evening to you and yours. This is KUAM News Primetime. I'm Jason Salas, and these are tonight's top stories. Well, all lanes are back open after crews have worked around the clock to clear debris from a massive landslide that blocked Marine Corps Drive in East Hagåtña and caused heavy traffic earlier this week. The Guam EPA is now investigating the cause and working to mitigate further landslides as a result of severe weather. Mitsuki Hirayama has the very latest.
While roads are now open in East Hagåtña, the aftermath of Wednesday's cliffside collapse is still visible, from sediment in the bay to efforts to prevent further erosion. Guam Environmental Protection Agency Acting Administrator Glenn St. Nicholas says an investigation has been launched to find out what caused the landslide and its potential environmental impacts.
Both agencies are working together to determine the cause of the landslides and to assess the damage to the Tidsan stormwater system. This will help determine the responsible party or parties for the landslide, who will then be held accountable for subsequent losses, damages, cleanup, and restoration efforts.
Water quality testing in the bay has already begun to see if runoff from the landslide has impacted the marine ecosystem and if potential contamination poses a public health hazard.
At this time, the public is advised to stay away from the cliffside due to loose soil and rock. And additionally, we're waiting for lab results from GIPA's EMAS program. Depending on the lab results, EMAS may issue advisories to the public to avoid swimming in the affected areas due to contamination.
The agency issued a stop work order to Palisades Estates while the investigation is ongoing and is requiring them to safely discharge runoff from sediment ponds away from the cliffside and the ocean. They must comply with the following.
So day one, which starts tomorrow, is immediately drain and discharge sediment ponds filled with runoff water away from cliffs and affected areas. Day two, submit written plans to Guam EPA outlining mitigation measures for discharge and damage to the buried drainage system, such as cleaning ponds, increasing pond capacity, and implementing dewatering plans for review and approval. Day five, complete the installation of approved mitigation measures. And day six, provide Guam EPA access to inspect the site once measures are installed.
As reported, Tossi Vista Development, the company behind the nearby Palisades project, says erosion stemmed from an aging concrete storm drain, not the construction site itself. They said the underground infrastructure at the site was designed to handle heavy weather, with temporary drainage and containment basins already in place under Guam EPA's direction. But they say the aging storm drain caused runoff to spill onto the highway following heavy rains from a passing tropical disturbance. Plans for further cleanup is in the works.
Additionally, Guam EPA is looking to engage with Department of Agriculture, Aquatics, and Wildlife Resources to develop plans for beach cleanup and removal of sediment and silt already present from the landslide debris.
Meantime, Dar says, quote, "This recent disaster is a clear reminder of the ridge-to-reef connection. What happens on land directly affects our ocean. By caring for our ridges, we protect the reefs and marine life that sustain our island." Matsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
In other island news headlines, Governor Luliang Guerrero officially signed Bill 135, a measure turning the Guam International Country Club golf course in Dedido into a large-scale solar farm into public law. And as our Nevaeh Anderson reports, supporters tout clean energy and the project's final benefits, while critics warn of unnecessary risks to our island's drinking water.
In her approval letter of Bill number 135 to Speaker Frank Blas Jr., Governor Luliang Guerrero stated, quote, "Bill number 135 is a step in the right direction to make good on GovGuam's aggressive renewable energy policy, as GICC plans to construct a 60 to 65 megawatt state-of-the-art solar farm. While it takes a pivotal step towards Guam's clean energy goals, the project also touts the ability to bring in millions of dollars in lease revenue for the Chamorro Land Trust Commission and reduce chemical use related to the golf course. However, Monica Flores of Purtahi Guahan has also raised concern regarding the site's location, sitting directly above the northern Guam Lens Aquifer, the island's main source of drinking water. She warns that hazardous materials used in some solar panels could pose contamination risks in the event of a leak.
Guam has a long history of contamination, and we have serious issues of water contamination and vulnerabilities to our aquifer, and those continue to grow every single day.
And radiation produced by the solar facility could threaten the community with negative health impacts. The bill includes several safeguards to reduce these risks. It requires solar panels to be free of PFAS, reducing risk of harmful leakage. And in that same letter, Governor Luliang Guerrero noted studies from the World Health Organization and North Carolina State University's Clean Energy Technology Center, which found no health risks from solar facilities' radiation as they do not have enough energy to damage DNA. Per the bill, all equipment must be removed and recycled at the end of the lease with a performance bond or cash deposit, ensuring the site can be fully restored. The farm's contractor must also follow all federal and local environmental laws, submit annual reports to the CLTC, the Speaker, and the Governor. Overall, supporters say the bill balances progress with protection, but critics maintain that only strict oversight and transparent reviews can ensure Guam's push for renewable energy doesn't come at the expense of clean water. Nevaeh Anderson, KUAM News.
Well, staying with the policymaking front, a joint legislative oversight hearing is set for Friday the 24th. As your elected lawmakers take a closer look at dildrin contamination in the island's water supply. The session, hosted by Senators Jesse Lujan, Tony Ada, and Sabrina Salas-Matanani, convenes at the Congress building starting at 9 a.m. sharp, with committee members hearing from GWA, the Guam EPA, and the Department of Public Health and Social Services, during which they'll assess how agencies have responded to the contamination, what remediation steps are being taken, and how you, the public, is being protected. Public testimony will also be accepted, allowing community members and advocacy groups alike to weigh in on the environmental and health impacts of the issue. That hearing aims to promote transparency, accountability, and coordination as our island works toward long-term solutions for safe and clean drinking water. We are going to take a quick commercial break, but please stay tuned. We continue with more Primetime right after this.
Half a Day Fresco Fridays on KUAM News. Presented by Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas. Located in Hagåtña, just across from the Gani Shopping Center.
Tender love and care.
Did we invent crispy chicken? Nah. We just put it where it belongs, inside burritos and tacos, obviously. Extra saucy. 2 strips, huh? Look at that. Overachieving? Sure. Did you ask for it? No, but we did it anyway. Crispy chicken from Taco Bell, a brand new classic. You're welcome.
Every day, there's something new to discover. Fresh styles, fresh finds, and fresh ways to make your home and family shine. So what's new at Kmart Guam? Ready to assemble furniture, stylish, affordable, and ready to take home today. Dream big with our new selection of mattresses, comfort you can count on. Upgrade your home with the latest appliances, arriving now. Step out in style with new arrivals in men's and women's fashion. Fresh looks for every season. What's new? Everything. And it's all waiting for you only at Kmart Guam.
Welcome back to Primetime, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Jason Salas. The Guam Police Department has arrested 20-year-old Noah J. Austin Blas of Agani Heights in connection with a video voyeurism case that occurred at a hotel in Tumon earlier this month. Now, according to Guam's Finest, on October the 6th, a Korean tourist reported that a hotel staffer was taking photos of him and his 5-year-old daughter in a men's restroom stall. Officers from the Tumon Tamuning precinct responded and interviewed Blas, whose phone initially showed no relevant images. The case was later referred to GPD's Special Victims Unit for further investigation, with investigators saying Blas later admitted to secretly recording the victims and then deleting the video files shortly thereafter. He was arrested on charges of criminal and video voyeurism, as well as destruction of evidence. The victim's father, who is of Korean descent, raised his concerns publicly, and his story was picked up by Korean broadcast news, bringing international attention to the incident and prompting heightened awareness of how safe tourists may be on our island. Blas was booked and confined at the Department of Corrections, with his case having been forwarded to the Attorney General's office for their review and disposition. Elsewhere, the trial for a man accused in a 2023 shooting has been vacated, effectively meaning it's been canceled and will be rescheduled. Presiding Judge Alberto Tolentino made the ruling Wednesday for defendant Adrian Farron, who faces charges of attempted murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm without an ID. His Honor maintained that Farron's 24-hour house arrest, citing the serious nature of the alleged crime, with the defense having requested looser restrictions so Farron could care for his mother and exercise, but the court denied that motion. Tolentino also emphasized the case must move forward, noting the statutory trial period had already elapsed. Now, according to police, Farron was charged in connection with an October 2023 shooting down in Humatek, wherein the victim was shot in both feet. Investigators recovered shell casings and a firearm allegedly linked to Farron, who later turned himself in. The court expects a resolution or trial date to be set within the next month and a half. A mother is facing charges after allegedly hiding her daughter in other news as a Department of Youth Affairs client who ran away in August. According to court documents, 41-year-old Vanessa Blas has been accused of keeping her daughter at her home off Talamatakwak, despite knowing the girl was in the custody of Child Protective Services. Blas told GPD she knew she should have returned her daughter, but, quote, was just happy to be with her. For the time being, authorities are still searching for a 16-year-old boy who fled the DYA Youth Correctional Facility at the beginning of October. He is described of being of Chamorro descent, standing 5'4", weighing some 148 pounds and having brown eyes, black hair, and a scar and birthmark on his abdomen area. He was last seen wearing a purple GW High School polo shirt with black shorts and black slippers. If you have any information, please call the Department of Youth Affairs. Their number is 671-735-5022. That number once more, 671-671-735-5022, or call your village GPD precinct. In other news, this past weekend, the Guam Fire Department welcomed its newest firefighters with the 24th cycle of recruits graduating after months of grueling training, ready to serve and protect our island community. Nevaeh Anderson meets them and has this story.
The Guam Fire Department celebrated a milestone Saturday as 14 men and 1 woman completed the 24th cycle of rigorous firefighter training. Families, officials, and department leaders gathered to honor their hard work, perseverance, and commitment to public safety.
It's not an easy road. It is difficult for many, more difficult for some. But to meet the challenge and to rise to the level that you need to be in order to have that confidence of the people of Guam, nothing is more worth it than when you put more sweat and tears into it.
Guam Fire Department Chief Darren Burrier also took a moment to thank the graduates' families, recognizing the sacrifices they made to support their loved ones through the demanding training, and the support they will continue to provide as these new firefighters serve the community. Lieutenant Governor Joshua Tenorio called the duty of a firefighter sacred and recognized the graduates as protectors of life.
Life is sacred, and in these hands we are confident that the 14 men and 1 woman that have stood up, that have gone through the rigorous training, are prepared to save lives, are prepared to be able to continue their training under the mentorship of senior officers.
Governor Lou Leon Guerrero recalled her childhood memories of knowing her village's firefighters, encouraging the graduates to build strong bonds with the communities they serve.
On behalf of the people of Guam, thank you so much for your courage, your bravery, your commitment, and your dedication to step up to the task, because deep down, our people's lives are in your hands. And when you get there to the scene, whatever you do, keep that in mind. Deliver all the best that you can to save the people of Guam. Sidus Masi and Viva Fire Department!
Special honors were presented to recognize graduates for their outstanding performance and commitment to the standard of excellence upheld by the Guam Fire Department. Each graduate also received their pins and badges, marking their official entry into the force. With each pin, it was a moment of both achievement and responsibility, a tangible recognition of months of discipline and sacrifice. The group of graduates also thanked their instructors for guidance and leadership, while some celebrated family traditions of firefighting. With the 24th cycle now joining the ranks, Guam gains not just a new team of firefighters, but a group of dedicated men and women ready to answer the call whenever their community needs them. Nevaeh Anderson, KUAM News.
From the healthcare beat, October is, of course, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and as such, the Department of Public Health hosts a hearty collection of healthcare providers, educators, caring organizations, and fitness experts as a health fair saw the community come together to share information, support, and resources about the disease, help for those going through a breast cancer journey of their own, as well as their caretakers. A major theme was prevention by living a healthy lifestyle, as well as early detection by getting exams and mammograms. Now, all month long, Guamanians are wearing pink throughout the island. We all wear pink apparel to show our united support for those dealing with breast cancer, and of course, that includes men. And on that note, this morning over in Adelup, several people gathered for a proclamation signing to declare October as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Now, this year's theme is Check Your Feel for Lumps, Save Your Bumps. It is a time to gather to ignite hope, raise awareness, and champion early detection for the women and families of Guam. Deputy Director for the Department of Public Health and Social Services, Amanda Shelton, talks about how important this is.
Breast cancer remains one of the most pressing health challenges for women on our island. According to the Guam Cancer Registry, from 2018 to 2021, 265 cases of invasive breast cancer were reported.
Shelton notes that each year we lose an average of 7 women to the disease, and what is most concerning, 35% of these cases occur under the age of 55.
It affects the entire family and community. Breast cancer is not just a medical issue, it's a community issue. It touches mothers, daughters, sisters, friends, and coworkers. When we all come together, government, healthcare, employers, and families, we create a stronger, safer awareness community.
Now, next week right here on Primetime and on all of our social media channels, KUAM is going to present a 5-part series, Think Pink. And we're going to share hourly Think Pink tips on 93.9. That's the radio station. We will spread awareness across our island, all leading up to our Think Pink Day on Friday, October 24th, a very, very important and special time for us here, where we mark the 40th anniversary of breast cancer awareness.
Now for a look at your world at home.
Here's a breathtaking view from Petey of the seawall near the Port Authority of Guam.
You want what's best for your baby, a healthy birth, a happy home. You want to prepare your child for school and see your child take on the world. The Guam Early Learning Council is here to help. To get resources and information on helping your child succeed, dial 311 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., excluding holidays.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Wesley kicks out. Simon, big 3. Oh, baby! Wesley kicks out. Simon, big 3. Oh, baby!
Don't need a work break. day, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replay, and I'll be around. Whoa, you can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at your Island Pizza Hut.
Pizza party.
Pizza party.
Foodie Call is served fresh, presented by Pepsi. Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Foodie Call. I'm Shaylee.
I'm Padme.
And today we're at Papa John's. It's National Pizza Month, and Papa John's has a new special going on throughout the month where you get a half and half, 2-in-1 works and meats pizza with a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi. And it's only $25. Which one want to try first?
I want to try this one.
The works? All right, go ahead and get your side.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that cheese ball.
Cheers, Padme. This is the works.
You can really taste the cheese.
Got some pepperoni in there, lots of vegetables. I believe that's ham, yum. Mushrooms, bell peppers, olives. So good. Before we get into the meat part, let's go take a Pepsi break because pizza is better with Pepsi. Cheers.
Cheers. So good. So refreshing too.
So yummy.
Cheers.
With dips and butter.
And you know what this would all be good with? Watching basketball.
Oh yeah. All right guys, me and Padme are gonna go finish our meals and then bring the rest to the office. Make sure to check out Papa John's and try out their new special for the month of October. They're open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday through Wednesday.
And Thursday to Saturday, 11 to 10.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Foodie Call is served fresh, presented by Pepsi. Pizza, better with Pepsi.
News Bites is brought to you by Docomo Pacific Better Together, Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas, and the Guam Army National Guard. Live here, serve here.
Biba Fresco Friday, everybody. And if you know anything about me, you know I always talk about use cases, right? How can you actually take products and services and use them for things that you are going to do? And for today's Fresco Friday, check out this new shirt that just came out from Fresco. Today is all about professionalism, right? So if you're going to wear this, if you're going to apply for a job, if you're going to make an elevator pitch to an investor, if you are going to propose to your sweetheart, if you are going to seal that deal, get a loan, a mortgage, anything like that. Get some Fresco gear, put it on, feel right, get in the right mindset, and you are going to close that deal because that's what they do. They make people happy. And thank you for our friends at Fresco for letting me look professional to deliver the news. All right, 2 things that we need in this world are unity and world peace. And for the 52nd time, our friends at the Guam Women's Club are holding their Madame International Ball. And unity and world peace are the themes for this year. We need this as a society. So please make sure to support these wonderful island ladies. It's going to be at the Hyatt on November 15th, starting at 6 in the evening. All right, you know what else is coming up? Halloween, and as such, a haunted house is coming up. And hey, I know for a fact, GCC knows how to throw a serious haunted house, right? The auto majors, the cosmetology majors, the shop people, they know how to put on a proper haunted house. So make sure to go check this out. It's the day before Halloween, and it's a 5 to 8 at the Technology Center. So, you know, there's a lot of ways to scare you with tech, right? But family friendly, it's not super scary. So it's fun for everybody. Make sure to support our friends at GCC because they are doing good work too, as are the Simon Sanchez Sharks, my beloved Sharks, my alma mater, right? We are having a Toys for the Cause event. It is all around a car show. It goes to support Simon Sanchez and the Toys for a Cause event. So for only a minimal donation, if you bring a toy and you bring it to the event, you are going to get into the car show and you are going to be able to support Sanchez and Toys for a Cause. So thank you for your support. And for the game of the week, right? This is coming up on KUAM TV8 and on Peacock. The Dirty Birds are flying all the way cross country. They're going to go to the City by the Bay, Levi's Stadium, and they are taking on the Niners, 10:20 a.m. kickoff time. All right, the weekend is upon us, and so are your birthdays.
Friday birthday love, which is some of the best kind of birthday love you can ever get because it heads right into the weekend. So Isabel Gogui Perez, happy birthday to you and have a blessed day from your kids and family who love you very, very much. James Cruz, happy birthday to our very own Batman with a heart of gold. Hey, that is awesome. Batman! Thank you for everything you do for our family. Thank you for being the loving husband that you are, an awesome dad to Jaden, our wonderful son, brother, uncle, and Nino. We wish you a long life of happiness, good health, and more blessings in life. Your Cruz familia says we love you always. Zasha Sky Paulino, watching you grow into the person you are today has been the greatest privilege, and we could not be prouder of the incredible person that you are becoming. Great shout out. Roderick Servino Martinez, Biba cumpleaños to the one only precious boy of mom and dad who would move the earth for your life. Si Diyos maasi for all that you do, and your entire family is cheering you on. You just have to start adjusting your loving ways for family. We love you, young precious man. God's blessings every step of the way. They love you so much. Andrea Pangolin, happy birthday to this beautiful soul. May God continue to bless your path and your love beyond measure. Whew, those are 5 amazing birthday celebrants, each one of them incredibly special.
I don't know what I've been told.
I don't know what I've been told.
Someone here is getting old.
Someone here is getting old.
Your Cold Stone Creamery birthday cake winner
For this week goes to...
I remember reading Riker Mangrovang's name earlier this week, and we are very, very happy to extend your birthday with an ice cream cake, which we are going to reach out to you about and let you know how you can swing by Cold Stone Creamery and pick up your birthday present. Want to wish your special someone a happy birthday? Just click the QR code here on your screen or email birthdayclub@kuam.com.
And that's your report for tonight. We always thank you for watching, everybody. Please be excellent to each other. Have a safe and wonderful weekend. We'll see you at the night market, all right? Have a good time down there in Tumon. I'm Jason Salas, and from all of us here at the KUM casting crew, good night.
The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by American Music, located in the Compadres Mall. Now carrying all of our major music brands only at Compadres Mall.
Ali, Mogitin, Hafade Zantiro, Lananim, Kasalele, Lengwo, and Yagwe. Welcome back to another episode of the One Micronesia Show, being brought to you by our friends at American Music. And of course, for this edition, we'd like to thank our friends here at Capital Kitchen for having us. First up, we talk with Tuwid Maresbang, a member of the Palau Association of Guam. Check it out.
The story of Palauans on Guam began shortly after World War II, when the first Palauans were contracted by the U.S. military to assist with cleanup efforts. Soon after, their families followed, maybe to continue their interrupted educations or to seek new opportunities. Migration grew even more in the late 60s as the U.S. federal funding in the Trust Territory of the Pacific Islands expanded, opening doors for Palauans to travel to Guam for both education and employment. Today, the Palauan Association of Guam carries that legacy forward, playing a key role in cultural events across the island, keeping traditions alive and strengthening connections with our community here on Guam. For member Tuwid Maresbang, participating in these events is about more than just showing up. It's about representing the people, the culture, and the rich heritage of Palau while building stronger ties with Guam along the way.
The Palau Community Association of Guam is very supportive in being part of the Guam Liberation Parade. One is we absolutely love partaking in the event. It's fun, it's beautiful. Who doesn't want to partake in the liberation events? So this year we wanted to put a float together, and all the folks in the community came together and organized. We had many folks from different associations, which are state clubs. They came together and built the float. That day when we brought the float to the parade, and we started moving at 6 in the morning. Actually, it was like 8 in the morning, but we got there 4 in the morning. We didn't start moving until, I think, 8. And we were one of the first ones to finish, but we got to the stage. We were able to present the gifts to the governor. It was a spear as well as a boat paddle, because we had a canoe on the float. And we were able to present it to the governor, and she was just absolutely excited that we had something to present to her. It wasn't until, I think, a day or 2 days later, we found out that we were on first place, and so the whole community was very excited. And so with that, we were able to host, again, we came together, we met and we organized, and we organized to put together an appreciation lunch and dinner for everybody that was involved in putting the float together. Many hands make light work. And that's what the community did.
Over the years, the relationship between Guam and Palau has only grown deeper. Through shared history, culture exchange, and everyday life, the two communities continue to support each other and move forward together.
I think the relationship between Guam and Palau is a reflection of the connections that we have with many other islanders here in Oceania. Our culture is just about the same, and we share so much in similarities. And so those alone helps create that bridge in keeping us connected and building that relationship to become a lot more stronger.
Looking ahead, the Palau Association has more in store for the rest of the year 2025, events, gatherings, and opportunities for youth to get involved and learn more about their roots.
We have some wonderful events that we always want to focus on throughout the year. So one is its Senior Citizen Day, and then the Liberation, as well as the Palau Independence. So those are the three things, but throughout the rest of the year, there's a lot of events. There's fundraisers that each club does, and then there's dinners, and there's birthdays, and then there's events where we come together and we share knowledge, cultural knowledge, share information, and how do we pass down those sort of information. But a lot of events are upcoming, but the biggest event is the Palau Independence Celebration. So we're in the process of planning the event, and again, it's an open event. So Palau has 16 states, and so there'll be 16 tents, and so each club will bring their favorite dish to the event. And so it's open to the public, and it's tentatively planned for October 11, I believe.
And as Tweed shared, none of this would have been possible without hard work and dedication of the Palauan community here on Guam. He closed by thanking members for their commitment and by encouraging the younger generation to take part, join in, and carry on the traditions of their people.
The challenge that we face here is that a lot of the older generation are running all these events. We don't have enough of the younger generation coming in, and it's understandably so. We're committed to family obligations, school, work, and the daily grind. And so it's understandably. Really would love to see the younger generation become more involved, because there is no other place where you can come, learn about your language, learn about your culture, learn about protocols, learn about your family, your lineage, and the infrastructure is there. And it's a great place to connect with other of our brothers and sisters here in Micronesia. We have to perpetuate those systems, because if those systems fade away and we go back to needing to rely on these current systems of jobs, economy, government, those things are not certain. But we can definitely know that if we build a community, and the community will always show up, and that is for certain.
Sulang, and thank you, Tweed, for that amazing conversation. And congratulations to the Palau Association of Guam for their second year in a row getting #1 for the floats. Guys, we're going to take a break and we're back with more of the One Micronesia Show.
The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by American Music, located in the Compadres Mall. Now carrying all of our major music brands only at Compadres Mall.
Now it pays to spread the Better Together experience. With our brand new referral program, you can earn up to $150 in account credits for every referral you bring in. That's right, family, neighbors, friends, even your coworkers. Just pass them your account name and account number. When they sign up for Docomo Pacific service and drop your info, cha-ching! Credit applied. So spread the word and start stacking those savings. Additional conditions may apply. Docomo Pacific, we're better together.
The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by American Music, located in the Compadres Mall. Now carrying all of our major music brands only at Compadres Mall.
And we're back with the One Micronesia Show. This time we go back to our friends in the CNMI because we talk with rappers Jordan Paradise and Vacated. Check it out.
artists Jordan Paradise and Simon Necesito, who also goes by Vacated, join us to share their story, how each of them first began their musical journey, and the passion that pushed them to turn their craft into something bigger.
So for me, my music journey started actually from 6th grade. Growing up, my mom enjoyed doing karaoke a lot, and a lot of times when I come after school, I'd see my mom doing karaoke every single time, and I guess from there, like it inspired me to sing. But it wasn't until later on during high school when I started doing songwriting. But that was just a thing. I was just doing songwriting just for the purpose of like writing songs, but never for the idea of making it into actual music.
I will attest to that. I've seen a lot of growth from him, alongside what I've been doing, just because like a lot of the stuff I've learned has I've been able to kind of inject some of that wisdom and experience into what he's doing too. And I helped him with his first song, recording your first song, right?
Oh yeah.
And that was pretty awesome. But even since then, we've seen tons of growth in his craft and his technique when recording, and the confidence in his voice too. So it's been awesome to see how he's grown alongside me as well. But I'll get to my roots. So when it comes to how I started music, it was kind of like when I was younger, high school time, like I used to stay up very late writing poetry. Started just writing poetry. I'd be up to like 12 to 1, midnight. Times I shouldn't have been up, but I'd be up writing poetry. And then, eventually I realized listening to certain artists, you realize that poetry is music, like lyrics, just without a beat. And then once you put that 2 and 2 together, you're like, okay, I was in high school, I wrote my first verse, and it was pretty bad. It was vulgar, it was bad, but it still planted the seed for me to continue up to this day. And that was, I want to say I wrote my first verse maybe like nine years ago, something like that. And the growth it's been wonderful, and that's just consistency, and that's basically my story.
They also spoke about influences that shaped their sound, artists and experiences that continue to inspire their music today.
I ended up meeting my buddy Joshua Q. Castro, Zasang Zong. I met him through playing volleyball with some group on island, and started talking to him, and he had a little studio spot, probably one of the only studios on island where you could record music, and he put some time aside to let me record, and it was just like one of those things where he helped me move forward when I didn't know how to move forward with like laying down these songs I was writing in my spare time. So as far as like a close connection with him, that was very inspiring to have someone that could kind of guide me here when there's literally no lane for that at all, when he kind of had a little bit of the lane locked down. So that's someone who inspired me. When it comes to actual artists, I'll get into that and you can talk about your inspirations, but like I get very inspired by artists like Kendrick Lamar. Mac Miller is one of my favorites. Growing up listening to him and seeing, his growth when he was smaller to when he became like a superstar, and like just seeing how far messaging and music and the whole positive brand, pushing with momentum and inspiring others can go in the music space. Like some of these artists like Mac Miller passed away and his music lives on, and the vibes that he carried, the spirit he had, like people still talk about it to this day, and it leaves that mark.
One of my biggest inspirations for my music journey is my friend Vince. He and I used to be in a band together, and we used to do a lot of cover songs, and I learned a lot from working alongside him. In fact, I got to join him in one of the first my first time collaborating with him was when we did the first 670 cipher. If I were to test to other songwriters, I would probably say also Eminem. Eminem's big. Paramore, Revolution.
They also gave us a closer look at their track Catch a Vibe, a song that captures a unique style and energy while putting the scene in my hip-hop scene on the map.
So this song is called Catch a Vibe. We dropped it a little under a month ago, and I think we just, if you've heard my music, if you've heard any of his open verses, his music, it's always like kind of like rapping cool stuff, but I think we really dove into this one wanting to try something different, give a different, for me, a lot of my music's about movement, and we're like, okay, what kind of movement do we not usually touch on? And I think before we even made the song, we're like, dancing. We want to get people to dance, right?
I mean, I've always thought about like the idea of wanting to get having a song where people can dance to and just have fun too. And I thought that was a really cool thing to, bring out.
Yeah, and it worked. We got a great reaction. We got a couple DJs that have been playing it, and we nailed the hammer on the head. And that goes back to what I said earlier about just always being explorative, if that's a word. Being willing to try something different with the craft and with the sound, and we'll probably be doing more of that in the future too.
Speaking of experimental, this was the first time for me also. This is probably the third song I've worked on, and this is the first time I've actually incorporated Tagalog into my verse. So there's a 4-bar in my part where I switch up from English to Tagalog, and so that switch up was very representative of me, because I wanted to embrace the Filipino culture a lot more. Growing up, I was taught Tagalog, but I was very stubborn, so I couldn't speak it as well as I could today. And I'm still learning. Like I'm still learning the whole. I'm still learning the language.
It's a great way to kind of spread that culture into it, right? And I think that's also why Zasang Zong has such cool music too that is influenceable, because he can teach people like me that don't really know Chamorro. Like, I'm Chamorro, I don't know Chamorro. I can listen to his music and kind of learn a little bit through that journey. So I think that's what's cool about your part, because I don't even know Tagalog, but I know his Tagalog ad-libs when I perform with him. I'm like, I'm like doing the ad-libs, and I'm like, eventually I'm gonna have to look it up and be like, what have I been saying?
And before wrapping up, both artists share a heartfelt message to their fans, thanking them for the support and encouraging everyone to keep pushing local music forward.
I want to shout out to all my fellow peeps who have been supporting me from day one. 8 years into this grind. I wouldn't have been able to make it without you guys' support. Shout out to Jordan, of course, for being an inspiration for me as a musician. Shout out to Jevons for helping us with our mixing and mastering our songs. I mean, we have the creative mind, but he helps us smooth out the final product. Again, I just want to reiterate, like, don't worry about not being able to reach your goal right away. But if you've already started, right, if you go back and look back to where you started versus where you are now, you realize you came a long way, regardless. Yep. And that's what I'm starting to see now in this progression. I mean, shoot, Jordan, I've seen a lot of progression in Jordan's style. Like, it's definitely evolved for sure.
Yep, consistency pays off. Yeah, and what I want to say to obviously shout out to all my supporters, my fans, my parents, everyone that makes what I do. All the struggles, everything that's hard and easy, all of that. I appreciate you guys for supporting what I'm doing. It means a lot. I wouldn't be able to do it without your guys' support. And I do want to end on a note of, like, when people say you can't do something, when they go in your face and say, nah, that's not gonna work, like, don't believe that. They don't know what you're capable of, and they don't know about your work ethic and the plan that is put for you by God. So don't listen to that. Just trust your intuition and trust God's plan for you. And honestly, go all in for what you want. You don't want to regret not going for something that matters the most to you. So,
let's catch a vibe, don't stay inside, there ain't a better time. Just get up, let's have a dance. Come on, just take a chance. You look real good, like I knew you would. Grab a hold and take my hand. Baby, let's have fun tonight. Come on, enjoy the ride. Let's catch a vibe, don't stay inside.
A huge shout outs to Jordan and Baka for that amazing talk, and keep those music coming, guys. All right, guys, we'll take a break and we'll be back with more of the One Micronesia Show.
The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by American Music, located in the Compadres Mall. Now carrying all of our major music brands only at Compadres Mall.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by American Music, located in the Compadres Mall. Now carrying all of our major music brands only at Compadres Mall.
The One Micronesia Show continues. Speaking of content, here's some from Elijah Muffles. Check it.
So today we're going to be going to Spanish Bridge or Sela Bay, which is an awesome hike for me because I love Guam's history and this bridge was built in the Spanish era. So come on, let's go check it out.
Setting. Once we came to the bay.
This plant right here, I don't know what's the exact name of this, but we call it the root beer plant because like when you smell it, it smells like root beer. I have no idea what the actual name of this.
Okay. Oh. So cute.
I'll say one of these days, take over and tell Auntie Vivian you need some fast crap too.
Oh, I would love to.
So fast crap is kind of like the original root beer.
Mm-hmm.
So you pull it up and then you boil the roots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can do the water.
In my opinion, I think it's a lot more awesome to hike when it's either cloudy or rainy because like you don't get overheat as much. Right, so we just got here to the Spanish Bridge and here it is. I love how Guam just has like things littered with a bunch of World War II era places and also the Spanish era places too. And you just gotta know like where to find them. This is one of my favorites here, so yeah. Sweet. It's like a little waterfall was formed.
Yeah. See, this is area here is completely changed from last time we were here.
Yeah, same actually.
Because these rocks here used to all be out with pools here.
Yeah.
Those radones over at
You just gotta take a leap of faith. Let's go, Josh. Should have given him the machete. So we having coconuts tonight or what? That's good. You want some?
Amazing and beautiful content, Elijah. Guys, don't forget to go follow him on the IG, follow his journey. And Elijah, thank you so much for sharing your talent and showcasing the beauty of Guam. Guys, we're going to take a break and come back with more of the One Micronesia Show.
The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by American Music, located in the Compadres Mall. Now carrying all of our major music brands only at Compadres Mall.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by American Music, located in the Compadres Mall. Now carrying all of our major music brands only at Compadres Mall.
And what's a One Micronesia Show without the One Mic Jam Sesh? Check it.
New Land Production.